News OK's Press Row with the Oklahomans Barry Tramel and Jenni Carlson is powered by Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'.
I'm Barry Tramel. Hot in Cleveland is more than just Valerie Bertinelli's new show. It's the state of rage among the Los Angeles Lakers.
Wow, Valerie Bertinelli in the lead of the show. You know this is going to be good. From the Opopco Studios in Oklahoma City, you're watching the Press Row. I'm Jenni Carlson. Press Row is sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts. What Barry's talking about is the Lakers going to Cleveland and losing to the Cavaliers, Barry. I mean, it's one thing to lose to Charlotte, but to the Cavaliers? How in the world did this happen?
Well, it's sort of unexplainable. The Cavs just broke the longest losing streak in NBA history, and earlier, a few days ago, they're a terrible team. They got nothing to play for. It's really sort of a soulless basketball organization right now, and yet the Lakers go there and lose in Cleveland. This is a team they beat by 55 points earlier in Los Angeles, and the angst has started in La La Land now. We talking to a Laker fan just a second ago saying, they do this every year. They don't lose to Cleveland every year. What I'm afraid for the Lakers, and frankly, I don't care if the Lakers fall into the Pacific Ocean, but what I'm afraid for the Lakers is some sort of a backlash, maybe go rush out and make one of those goofy trades they've been talking about. I wouldn't do that. I would stay with the ship. I would stay with the Lakers, this roster they've got. They've still got the best roster, I think, in the NBA. Now, they don't always play like it. Ron Artest is a goofball. Andrew Bynum is injury prone. Kobe Bryant's getting old. But I still think this is a franchise and a roster that can win the NBA title this season. But something is amiss, and losing to Cleveland shows that.
Well, yeah, this was, it's one thing to lose a game or two, and it happens. It's a long season, 82 games. There's bound to be some letdowns, some games where you might be on the tough end of a back-to-back or a tough road swing and you lose. But Cleveland, a team that made history with its losing this year. I mean, this is a franchise that not only lost LeBron James in the offseason, but lost some other pieces, lost their way, clearly just falling apart, and not really being in many games, much less having a chance to win. And then to beat the Lakers last night, really an unbelievable turn. I think the Lakers are going to get it back on track. Maybe it's just their track record of being able to do that, but maybe this is a signal of something deeper. I think they've got the kind of team that when they flip the switch, they can win games, and they can, if they need to get from a certain spot in the standings to a higher spot to get better home court advantage, they seem to have the ability to do that. But maybe that's just history, Barry. Maybe this year, maybe it is different with these guys.
Well, they do have that flip switching ability. On this very road trip, the Lakers won in Boston. So these are guys that can get things done. But I think come the playoff time, the question is, can they flip the switch on? Now, historically, yes is the answer. However, the West is deep. Two big-time teams are ahead of the Lakers. The Mavs, who are fantastic whenever Dirk Nowitzki's on the court, and then the Spurs, who are fantastic at all points this season. So the playoffs are going to be very rugged for Los Angeles, and I think this Laker team has to look in the mirror and say, what's wrong? No way should we go to Cleveland. It's one thing if you're playing well and you go to Cleveland and they just catch you. But the Lakers coming off a bad loss at Charlotte, when everybody was saying, what's wrong with the Lakers, what's wrong with the Lakers, that's when you sort of rebound and say, we'll show you. Well, they showed us, and what they showed us was that they're capable of multiple clunkers.
Well, and that's possible that this is maybe a sign. There's been a lot of signs along the way that maybe Kobe is starting to hit that age where things aren't as easy. Now, obviously, in the playoffs last year, he brings it, and we see Kobe playing, the way that we remember when he was really in those glory days. But maybe this is a sign of something different with Kobe. I mean, obviously, the age is going to affect him on the court, but you just wonder if at some point his mental fortitude to carry a team. I mean, I still think he's the greatest competitor out there. I think he can decide that he's going to win a game and go out and win it. But maybe he's gotten to a point where he's in his career and he says, I'm tired. I can't always compel these guys to get going. I can't always be the one to step forward and do this. And, I'm not saying necessarily that that's a bad thing. I think there comes a point where, that has to start to fall on some other guys, and maybe the Paul Gasols, the Ron Artests, those guys that maybe need to be carrying some of that, maybe they aren't doing it. Maybe this is just another sign that, Kobe's maybe he's not where he used to be. He can't carry not only the scoring load, the on-court load, but some of this off-court stuff too. Stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.